Namaste everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Candace and today I have a FeetUp class for you. So if you have a FeetUp trainer, this is going to be really fun. If you don't have a trainer, I do actually recommend them, especially if you're quite unsure of inversions, especially things like headstands and things like that, because it's really great to play around with and build your confidence. I have actually got a mini series that you can follow. It's 7 days, I think it is, of FeetUp classes for beginners. So today's class actually isn't for beginners, it's more all levels to intermediate. There's not going to be loads of cueing. I'm going to cue a little bit for you guys just to make sure you're safe. But one really important thing to know is that when your head is inside the trainer, when you're upside down, keep your neck straight and keep looking forwards. Just so that you don't pull anything in your neck. It's just so easy to, especially because you've got pressure on your shoulders, you've got the weight of your body down on you, so just try to keep your neck still. If you don't know what I'm cueing while you're in the trainer, I recommend just coming out, pausing the video, watching what I'm doing, and then come back. And then maybe you can do the class more than once, just so that you can do the flow a little more fluidly. Now, once you've watched it once, you'll know kind of what I'm saying to you. So today's class is a fairly quick class and it's going to be focused on calves and hips. So it's going to be great for releasing emotional tension as well as tension in the body, where we store a lot in the hips. In fact, I store a lot in my calves. I'm sure you guys probably do as well. It's a place that can cramp up when you're just tensed, or maybe you're tense because it's cold. We are actually going into the cold season now here in England. I don't know what country you're in, but we are, and it can make your body just feel more tense than it does in the summer. So I really hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to like, always subscribe if you're not already subscribed, comment if you would like to, and I also have a thanks button, which is the little heart you can see along the description, and that's where you can donate if you would like to. So everybody, let's begin. We're going to start off right at the top of the mat with our feet up onto the wooden center bar. So bring your toes up onto there and you're really going to feel a stretch in those calves. So you can just stay here with your hands and body at a parallel position to the mat, or take it a step further and slightly bend your knees. Rest your head down and just take your hands to the opposite wooden slats at the back of the padded area of your trainer. So we're opening up through the shoulders and stretching through the calves. This is where we're going to hang out just for some lovely deep breaths, getting into the hamstrings and the calves. You can gently bend and straighten the legs just to get a little deeper into the hamstrings if you would like to. Keep your breath nice and deep through your nose, if possible, if you're not congested. Hug your core back and hang really heavy between your shoulder blades. Okay, we're going to come straight into an inversion. So just take a little step back and get your head comfortably in between the lovely padded part of the trainer. Hands onto the wood. Let's just take a moment here to stretch out our hamstrings before we come to our full inversion. maybe start to come off the mat in a pike, so bringing both legs at the same time if that's possible and in your practice. If not, just hop off gently until you find your inversion. Take your feet hip distance in a pike, so your legs are 90-degree angle to the mat, and start to find circles with the ankles. And then circle in the opposite direction. Now come to a full inversion, straighten the legs. Hold it, hug your belly button back, squeeze your glutes. Now open up your right leg. So you want to almost be coming into a pigeon pose. We're going to bend the legs now. So like you would in a standing pigeon, start to bend your knees with your right hip nice and open and your ankle against your left thigh. Start to see how low down you can get that leg. Maybe you can balance the knee and the foot on your elbows, keeping your elbows in line with your wrists and feeling that hip opener. You may want to pause and have a look at what I'm doing. Engage the foot of the bent knee. And just make sure that you're keeping it engaged, so facing towards the long edge of the mat or down towards the floor. And this will keep your knees safe. So breathe this out. And now straighten the legs once again up to the sky. And then start to come into your pike, bending your legs parallel to the mat. Hold it just for a breath. And slowly come all the way down. Take your hands to the top of the trainer and rest your head between the bars. Become heavy. Keep the legs straight for a hamstring stretch. That may have felt quite intense on your shoulders because you may not be used to using your trainer. That's okay, we're going to release those muscles. So just hang out here for a moment. You can start to bend and straighten each leg. Okay, bring your hands to the wooden part of the trainer. Step back into a plank. Hold your plank nice and strong. And we're going to find some spinal waves to down dog. So wave back into your plank. And then back to down dog. Taking 3 just like that. And a chaturanga. Bring your elbows close to your body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look straight ahead. And downward facing dog. Lift your right leg as high as you would like to. And come on forward to the right elbow. Hold it there just for a breath. And play around with straightening the leg and bending again 3 times. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Step to the outside edge of your trainer into a lizard pose. Find any movement that feels good and sink into the hips, but also find some strength. by hugging your belly button back and then taking your hands to the padded part of your trainer, getting a little deeper into that hip opener. This is also lovely because it's stretching out your psoas muscle on the left side, so we're hitting two birds with one stone here, which wouldn't be a very nice thing to do, hit two birds with one stone. Keep breathing deep. One more deep breath. Place your hands back onto the wooded part of the trainer, step back, down dog, wave forward, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Jump to the front of the mat and fold between the trainer. And now let's take our next inversion. So come back into the trainer, just take a moment to get comfortable and then start to come up off of the mat into your pike straight away, or you can bounce yourself up into your inversion just as best you can. See if you can hold a pike. If you can't, go straight into straight legs or staggered legs if that's easier. And just start to point and flex your feet, working through those calves. Open the legs nice and wide and close them. Continue this a couple more times. Open, and just notice where your center of balance comes as you open your legs. Okay, bring your legs nice and straight up in front, up to the sky. Hug your belly button back. Bend the left knee this time. Place the ankle on the thigh of the right leg. And coming into like a pigeon pose, start to bend the legs. See if you can get that knee to touch your elbow and then the foot to touch the opposite elbow. Hug your belly button back, maybe even close your eyes if you've got the balance, and start to feel through this beautiful hip opener. Breathing deep. Gravity may get you into this pose a little easier than you can when you're on the ground. So just give in to that gravity as long as there's no pain. One more breath. Okay, start to straighten your legs. Nice and straight up to the sky. Bend from the hips, come back to your pike pose. And then slowly draw your feet down to the ground. Lift yourself out of your trainer. Extend your arms over the padded part of the trainer and let your head rest. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders. Hang heavy. Okay, place your hands onto the wooden part of the trainer. Step your feet back into a plank. And take it back to a downward facing dog. Let's find those spinal waves, 3 of them to plank. One more. back to your plank, take a chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Lift the left leg and step it. Oh no, don't step it, sorry, just bring it to your left elbow, hold it there, and then see if you can straighten and bend the leg, maybe 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then step on the outside edge of your trainer. Sink heavy into the hips, opening up through this left hip this time. And it may feel really good to bring your arms down onto the padded part of your trainer, just to give a bit more into gravity here. Okay, place your hands on the wooden part of the trainer, step back into plank, take a chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. We're going to take one more inversion, so just jump to the top of the mat. Before we get into our inversion, we're going to go back to that calf stretch that we did at the beginning. Toes up onto that bar, lean forwards. Place your hands over the top of the padded part of your trainer, hang heavy. You may be able to get a little deeper into your calves now. Okay, place your hands onto the wooded area of the trainer, step back a little, get yourself comfortably in your trainer once again. We're going to make our way back into our headstand. Come to a pike if you can first. And we're going to take eagle legs. So wrap the right on top of the left either once or twice. And try to straighten the legs, hug in through the core. Bend your knees back towards your chest. Straighten your legs into your pike once again. And wrap the opposite leg on top this time, either once or twice into your eagle legs. See if you can straighten your legs to the sky. They'll still be a bit bent because you are in eagle legs, but just reach them up to the sky. Bend your legs back towards your chest, release, straighten your legs in a pike, and lower down. Rest your neck, take your arms over the padded part of your trainer, rest down. Okay, come into a comfortable seat with your legs hip distance, hands shoulder distance behind you, a couple of inches away from your bum, and lift up into a reverse tabletop. Squeeze your glutes, keep your knees in line with your hips. And lower your hips down and bring your head back up. Open your knees out to butterfly. And come on forward, maybe resting your forehead on that wooden bar. Come on up. Come into a comfortable cross-legged position. We're going to take a couple of spinal twists. Inhale, arms to the sky, twist to the right. Inhale, hands to the sky, twist to the left. Back to center, give your hands a little shake out and take them down to the ground. Fingers face the legs, thumbs outside edges of the fingers, and just find a little stretch. There was also quite a bit of, not so much weight into the hands, but just the amount of pressure that is on that wooden part of the trainer. It can actually make your wrists a little sore. You may notice that. That will improve the more you practice with the trainer. So keep going, guys. Keep being consistent with your practice. That's where all change happens, is within our consistency. And then come up off the mat, give your wrists a little circle, and then taking the top part of the hands inside, thumbs on the inside edges, spread the fingers, and just stretch out the tops of the hands here. Come back up, change the position of your legs. Let's take some neck stretches, extend the arms out to the sides, lock the elbow, drop the head to the left to start with, hold it just for a moment here. And then start to dip towards your chest, hold it there. Taking the head to the right, hold it there. And now find some neck circles, so just roll from shoulder to shoulder, nice and slowly in your own time. Release your hands, just roll your wrists. Continue rolling your wrists in one direction and in the other while I let my cat in. She hasn't stopped scratching there for a while. Okay. Now let's just sit in a nice seated meditation together. Close the eyes, take the tops of the hands to the knees. Allow your breath to be totally natural here. And allow your thoughts to come but to go, and pay them no attention. Accept them. Be in this moment. Okay, friends, you can stay here as long as you like, or end your practice with me. Move your fingertips, eyes still closed. Raise the hands, rotate the palms in any way you want to. Inhale, hands raise to the sky. Allow your face to follow. Stretch. Exhale down, hands to prayer, to heart center. Bow your head. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that you quite enjoyed this flow. It might have made you feel a little lighter in your body, a little more ready to embrace the day ahead. So until next time, sending you all lots of love and light. Namaste.